Hi guys, and welcome to this week's live episode of Bonkers.ie TV, where we're all about smarter money and bringing you all of the news from the world of personal finance and consumer affairs. This week we're going to be taking a look at some new developments in terms of the mortgage market, with a new mortgage provider entering the market as well, and we're going to also take a quick look at An Post's money offerings as well. So Darragh, this week we saw Finance Ireland enter the market. So for people who don't know, could you give us kind of like a brief overview of who they are?
So a lot of people probably don't know who Finance Ireland are. So Finance Ireland started in Ireland in 2002. They're based in Ballsbridge, and they're Ireland's largest non-bank lender. So we're familiar with obviously the main banks, Bank of Ireland, AIB, Permanent TSB, but Finance Ireland, they're a non-bank lender. They've specialised in car loans and also small business loans up until now. And late last year, they took over the mortgage loan book of a bank called, well, not a bank, a lender called Prepaid Money, and they kind of, sort of expanded into the markets, and now they've launched a range of new mortgage products and new mortgage offerings for customers.
And when can people like start applying for these mortgages?
So really now, so they've launched a range of variable rates and fixed rates. So the variable rates start from 2.75% and the fixed rates start a little bit lower. They're offering fixed rates over 3, 5 and 7 years. Offering a fixed rate over 7 years is interesting, as there's only 2 banks in Ireland at the moment that actually offer a fixed rate over 7 years. So I guess it's offering a little bit more choice to consumers. The interest rates aren't necessarily the most competitive, but I suppose in our view, anything that offers more choice and more options to mortgage holders can only be a good thing.
Yeah, so what effect is that going to have on the market, do you reckon? As someone who's probably interested in this.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll have a little bit of a downward pressure on rates. And like I said, they're not offering the cheapest rate at the moment, but they are offering some more options. They're not offering any cashback incentives. So as you know, cashback offers, 2% cashback offers are quite popular at the moment. Finance Ireland has decided instead to focus on, having a good competitive interest rate. One thing that they are doing that is quite interesting is that they're saying that as you take out your mortgage, as your what's called your loan to value ratio improves, you can get offered a cheaper rate. So basically a cheaper mortgage over the lifetime of a mortgage. So let's say, for example, you had a mortgage for 300,000 and you bought a house for maybe, let's say, 340,000. You'd have what's called a loan to value ratio of 90%. So you might get one interest rate of, let's say, maybe 3%. As the price of your house increases and as you pay off your mortgage, your loan to value ratio will improve. So what the bank is saying, what Finance Ireland is saying, is that they'll actually then offer you a lower interest rate, which is somewhat novel. But the key thing I would say to consumers or anyone who's listening is that if you are a mortgage holder, you can usually with your bank, just by ringing them up, get put on to a lower interest rate based on whether or not your house has increased in price. So particularly if you've had a mortgage for a few years and you think the price of your house has increased, give your bank a call and ask them, can I get put on to a cheaper rate as a result of an improved loan to value ratio, and you could save yourself some money.
Yeah, I saw some politicians praising the fact that there was another kind of provider entering the market. Do you think it's going to increase competition and ultimately kind of drive down rates?
Hopefully. I mean, I know we'll talk about it shortly about An Post's money, but they're entering the market.
Yeah.
And they've have plans to enter the mortgage market as well. So things are definitely beginning to heat up a little bit. As we do know, though, mortgage rates in Ireland are still a lot higher for various reasons than mortgage rates in other countries. So maybe this, though, will help to reduce rates a little bit. And like I said, it's offering a little bit more competition by offering people as well the chance to get a lower interest rate as they go through their mortgage is interesting. And they haven't told us, though, how many times you can do that. How many times you can ask to be put onto a lower rate, because with some banks it's only once, whereas we think with Finance Ireland you could do it several times, which would obviously be different and can only be a good thing.
Yeah, it seems to be to the forefront of people's minds, as well as we saw that survey yesterday that was carried out, showed that 81% of people are very confident in the difference between fixed and variable rates. So it does seem to be having a knock-on effect.
Yeah, hopefully. And anyone, our advice would always be, when it comes to personal finance, you should look after your personal finance as well as you'd look after your health, and you should, keep up to date, with, make your money work as hard as you do.
Yeah, exactly. And, obviously if you want to find out the best information on which mortgages would be perfect for you, make sure to hop on over to our website. Now, next we want to talk about An Post Money Services. Now, I don't know a huge amount about anything really, but but on Post Money services will be.
Yeah, so I think we're all familiar with On Post, obviously, the post offer. So they've expanded their range of products over the past few years, and they've gotten into obviously far more parcel deliveries as online shopping has increased in popularity.
Yeah, and it's they've really turned around the business.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think the profits have shot up this year as well. But one thing that they did do last week is that they've launched a new sub-brand called On Post Money, and On Post Money is going to offer a range of banking services to customers. So as we know, they already offer a current account, which is called the Smart Current Account. But now they're offering credit cards, and they're offering personal loans as well. They've teamed up with a lender called Avon Cards to do this, and you can apply for a credit card or a personal loan either online through onpost.com or through their network of branches around the country. So again, more choice for consumers, which is a good thing. A little bit like Finance Ireland, though, On Post Money isn't really undercutting any of the competition. Whilst their interest rates are competitive, they're not the lowest. But I guess there's more choice, and if there's more choice, that is a good thing.
Yeah, it seems as well like their core demographic that they seem to be going after is the millennial market. That's something that they've kind of pivoted towards lately.
Yeah, no, for sure. And their smart current account was quite interesting. It had a few novel features. It had cashback features. Not necessarily the most competitive, though, on the market either. And we've written about that on our blog if people want to have a look. So, I think it's still a good news for consumers. But my advice to people is before you go, make sure you do all of your research and you find out, what's the best product or the best, credit card for you based on your particular circumstances.
Yeah, something as well that we're going to be looking at in the coming week or so will be their state-backed savings as well.
Yes.
So that's going to be coming up as well. But just keep up to date on all this stuff. Make sure you hop on over to our website. If you're comparing and contrasting various different, some of your most fundamental bills, you can find out, what the best options are. And of course, if you want more information on anything when it comes to consumer affairs and personal finance, make sure to check out our blog. I think that's it for us from this week. Thanks so much for joining us.